Hi guys, so I'm back with a new video and let's talk about TRON Ares. Okay, so before I get into my review, let's address the elephant in the room. First of all, I still have a Motel X video to post. I think probably this one will go up before that one, but that relates to my second thing. I'm currently going through a flu. I'm getting better. I'm better now. I'm better to the point that I was able to go to see this filming and I'm able to be here filming this. But yeah, I've been sick for like the past 4 days, so I wasn't really in the mindset to either film or edit or anything really. So yeah, that's why not only I didn't post some reviews that I was planning on, but also why I didn't post that Motel X video that I've been talking about for a long time. So now that we have all of that out of the way, let's get to this video and to this film because I have a lot, but not that much. So I have a few things to say. So if you don't know what TRON Ares is about, this is the third film, if I'm not mistaken, in the TRON trilogy, I guess. I have only watched the previous one, so TRON Legacy, and that was like ages ago. I don't even remember like what year that film came out, but definitely like most likely 10 years ago, I would say. Like, it has been a long time since I've watched that film, but I remember vividly going to the cinema to watch this, and I loved it. I was obsessed with the actors in the film. I didn't know anything, and I loved it. So when they announced this film, I was really excited. And then when they announced who was doing the music for it, I was even more excited. If you follow me on my Instagram, you know that this year I finally watched Nine Inch Nails live, and I was able to be like front row, and it was amazing. Their show is something else, and I always love their scores for films like Bombs and All, Challengers. Like, I love Challengers. They did Social Network, if I'm not mistaken. I think they did as well Gone Girl. So they did the music for a bunch of my favorite films and films that have my favorite music. So I was really excited for this film. I'm not gonna lie, mainly for the music, and I think when the music is real, like it's well done and it just gives a lot of like life to a film. Like, the music, sometimes it's like another character in the film, and yeah, I was really pumped for that. I've rambled, but the film is the third in this trilogy, and it does happen after the previous one, but not right after. And it's about these sort of AIs, but not really, like programs that there's another world, a little bit kind of like Avatar in a way, but like it's this other world way inside the computer in a way. I guess it's really weird to describe, but it's about this world, our world, mixing with that other world, like the technology programming world. Just go watch it. The cast for this film is also stellar. Like, I know a lot of people don't really like Jared Leto. I don't have really an opinion on him. Sometimes he chooses weird roles, but I don't think he's a bad actor, and he's an amazing singer. So I'm kind of neutral on him. But yeah, it stars Jared Leto, Evan Peters, Greta Lee, Gillian Anderson. It has an amazing cast. And now let's get to my thoughts. Okay, I'm just gonna get straight into it. I loved this film. Like, I'm still like recovering, and I was really trying to not cough a lot because that's my issue right now. And I was so into the film. Like, everything about it is so good. Right away, the music starts and you're just in that world. But like the visuals, the settings, obviously the acting is also like great. And I was just really, really invested in the whole story. The characters are really compelling. The acting, as I said, is great. The story is a little bit basic, but like it's enough. It's everything else is just so well done that I don't think the story needs to be super complex. However, there's still like a commentary on like technology and humanity and stuff like that. But it's like a sort of a popcorn film that's just so well done. Part of me kind of wishes this was released during summer because this would be like the summer blockbuster. But at the same time, this film kind of feels more like a fall film. So yeah, I think this will be like the fall blockbuster. Yeah, I think everyone will love this film. I mean, maybe not everyone, but I would say this is a crowd pleaser. Like, I loved it. I think everything is amazing. The fight sequences, like the visuals of the film are so hypnotizing with all the reds and the blues. There's just, the colors are so vibrant. Those two colors, and it's so distinctive. It just, this side and that side, like the good and the evil. And I don't know, it's just with the music, like everything is so enhanced and it just flows really well. I guess my only criticism would be like, there's a little part of the film towards the ending that drags a little bit. But maybe it was just me that I was like a little bit tired. But I think the pacing of the film is just go, go, go. Like right from the beginning, you just get into it. I also loved that you kind of don't need to watch the other films because they have like an introduction that's super well stylized. I loved it. That gives you context of the world and of what happened in the previous film. So you don't necessarily need to watch the other ones. But I would, like, you would benefit at least from watching the previous one, because that's the one I watched. I didn't watch like the first, because that one is from the 80s, I think. It's pretty old. And I only watched the TRON Legacy, which I didn't even know it was a second film, and I understood everything. But I think this one is a little bit more attached to the previous, to TRON Legacy, and you would benefit, but you don't necessarily need to, because yeah, they explain basically everything in the beginning. And so after that, you just get into the characters, you see their motivations, you get into the story. There's like action, like pretty often in the film, so it's never really dull. And yeah, I honestly don't have a lot of criticisms for the film. I was just locked in. I loved it. The music was amazing. I kind of wish they played a little bit more of like the title track, the one that we got first and that I really like. But it makes sense because like a song with lyrics don't really fit the vibe of the film. There's one scene where there's a little bit of lyrics in the song, but yeah, for the most part, it's just instrumental, and it works so well. And I think Nine Inch Nails were the perfect band to do the score for this film. So yeah, I loved it, and I would highly encourage you to go watch this film at the cinema. I guess post that, let's get to my scores. So overall, I'm gonna give the film a 4 out of 5. I just don't give it a higher score because the story is really simple, and it's in a way an easy watch, so there's not a lot of like depth, and there's not a lot of like surprises. It kind of goes the route you would assume. It's just a really fun ride. Cinematography, I'm gonna give it a 4.5 out of 5. It's almost a 5, but although I loved the visuals, I just, part of me can't give it just that 0.5 more to a 5. I don't know really, but maybe it's because it has a really generic look. It's super stylized, yes, like the camera movements and the colors, but it's not the type of stylization that I just gravitate towards, I guess. But I loved it visually. Like, I don't know, maybe I should give it a 5, but part of me can commit to that 5, so it's a 4.5. And originality, I think I'm gonna give it a 3. I don't think it's super original. The world is original, and it's really interesting to see everything like happen and just think that that's what is happening inside a computer, but like it's not a super original premise. Like the good company versus the bad company. Yeah, it's kind of cliche, but it works. So guys, these are my thoughts on Tron Ares. I loved it, so I totally recommend you go watch it. Maybe watch Tron Legacy if you haven't yet. But if you haven't seen it in a while, I don't think you really need to, because I haven't seen it since it first came out, and I totally understood this film. So even if you haven't seen the previous films, just go watch this one. It's a lot of fun and super engaging and just beautiful and has great music. So yeah, I just really recommend it. If you have seen the film already, please tell me in the comments how you feel about it. If you loved it as much as I did. And how do you feel about the previous films? I loved Tron Legacy, but I haven't seen the previous one, so I can comment on that. But yeah, if you have seen all three, tell me if it's a solid trilogy. And if you haven't seen this one yet, tell me in the comments if you are excited about it, if I made you more excited about the film. And yeah, if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're not subscribed yet, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!